Hey guys, it's Kush and welcome to my Glacor guide. I have recently found out how to do Glacors properly and my friend did get some quests done, so this seems like the best time to make a Glacor guide for me. Now on the screen you will see some annotations. You can click them forward to go to the equipment, some gear stuff, and then to an actual fight, so it'll be easier for you guys to just look around if you want to just check out the guide briefly. And if you do not have the quest or requirements to do Glacers, you may just want to watch it anyways, because just in case you want to do them later, you will know how to do them now. Now, Glacers require a quest called the Ritual of the Mahajrat, and the only way to get to them is through the Fairy Ring. The code is, or like, actually there is another way to get to them, but that's way too long, so the easiest way to get to them is the Fairy Ring through the code DKQ. And let's move on to the equipment now. The best thing to use for Glacors is magic. You cannot use anything else or it will take way too long. Fire spells do damage Glacors much more, so the best fire spell you have, the better it is, so Fire Surge would be the best choice. Using our Storm of Armadillo or Polypore Staff would not be as good, but Fire Surge is the best spell to use here. Equipment, you want to have a Helm of Neat's Knot. Well, this is usually just my gear. It's pretty cheap. If you want to take this, it's pretty good. Helm of Neat's Knot, Arcane Stream Necklace, Ardugan Cloak. I would say this is good because it's a combination of prayer and magic bonuses. Ceridome and Holy Wig, you could replace that with the Arcane Spirit Shield. That would be the best thing to use over here. Aram, Virtus, Infinity, all of those could work. You need some melee defense because you will get hit. But for this method, I will show you how to not get hit, so you may not want to have these. Some Bearer Gloves help a lot all the time. Some extra luck doesn't hurt. Staff of Light, maybe Chaotic Staff or anything like that. Again, you want to just maximize your mage bonus, keeping this here, and Bear Gloves at least. So just go through your setup, see what works best. I would say Helm of Neat's Knot is pretty good. Maybe Virtus, Infinity, Aram works fine. Dagon High, even if you're pretty cheap. I was, but then I moved on to Aram. And that's it for the gear. Let's move on to the inventory. So for the inventory, you're going to want to have a bunch of prayer potions. Obviously, you want to have your runes for the spell you're going to use, a tally tab just in case, some extra brews and restores just in case you get hurt, a magic potion doesn't hurt either, extreme magic, normal magic, or a Vecna Skull, all of them work, some extra food just in case. Again, you won't be getting hit too often, so it's melee in the prayer switching, but if you're a beginner you may want to have more food instead of prayer potions. Unicorn Stallion Pouch, if you do not have this you can substitute it for a Beast of Burden filled with sharks or rocktails. Some melee type of weapon, I would say some fast types like whip or a rapier, a dragon defender, and an Excalibur if you have one. It will help you out a lot if you're a beginner or just in case you want to heal a bit more. Some best levels I would say is probably just get your magic up. The higher you have the better it is, more accurate, and 95 magic I would say is the minimum to do this because Fire Surge really is the best spell to use here. Defense wouldn't hurt a lot either, just get high defense, that's pretty good. And HP, that's about the only things you need, but of course you're going to have some high levels if you have done the Ritual of the Mahajrat quest, so you should have no problems with getting the levels. Alright, to travel there, go to any Fairy Ring, right where I am in Xanaris, use it and type the code DKQ and it will take you to the Glacors cave. Now Glacors are these big ice type of monsters that drop the Steadfast Glyphon and Rage Fire Boots. Once you enter this area, you're going to get the Stone of Jazz effect, which means you're going to be dealing more damage to Glacors, and these are very easy to kill once you get the hang of it. Don't worry if you die a lot, because when I started doing it, I did die about 5 times per trip, so I was pretty mad, but I eventually got the hang of it, and it's pretty easy now. Now, Glacors are unaggressive creatures. It is a multi-combat area, but you cannot kill them with other people, so the only thing that multi-combat area sign is useful is for familiars to attack them. But if you're going to use a melee familiar, the familiar cannot attack the Glacor or the Glacor or the Enduring Glacite. It can attack the other two Glacors. So that's the only thing you want to make sure you use the familiar for. Otherwise, you can just use the Unicorn Stallion. The best spot I would say is if you go, just when you come in the cave, just go east and there's going to be a little rock here. That's about the best place I would say is to kill the Glacors because you can hide from the Glacor after it summons its minions and it's really easy. I will explain what those are in a bit, but to start off you do not have to have any quick prayer set. I just put it to magic just in case, but it really wouldn't matter if you did anyways. Glacors have 4 or 5 different type of attacks. The first one is melee. It doesn't hit you if you're far away from it, so we're not going to worry about that. The magic one hits you no matter if your prayer is on or not, but if your prayer is not on, it may freeze you in place and deal you high damage, and it will still hit you pretty hard if you do not have protect magic. But if you do have Protect Magic on, it'll only hit you a couple hits, not too much. It won't be as high, it'll be like 10s, 20s, or 50s, just minimal hits like that. So it's recommended to pray against that. Another attack they have is a range attack, which looks like one spike coming at you. That can be fully avoided with deflect missiles or protect from range. The next attack they have is a bunch of spikes coming at you. Now this attack can be avoided very easily. When you see it coming, just step off your block and it will not damage you at all, because when it hits you, it will deal half your HP remaining, so it's very dangerous. No matter if you're protecting or not, it will still hit you, so it's recommended to look at the Glacor and just watch its moves. And the last type of attack they have is summon familiars, or summoning their familiars, and it's very easy to avoid them too, so I'll explain that. So I'm going to show you guys an example kill right now. This will help you out a lot, so just sit back and enjoy. Another thing, this is very easy to die, but of course if you spawn at Edgeville, just come back here very fast. It's not a long trip at all. This is one of the reasons I like Glacors, because it's really easy to get to, and if you die a lot, it's really easy to get back to. So I'm gonna start and show you guys one kill. So I'm gonna protect Mage no matter what his first attack is. I'm just gonna start off with Mage, and let's just see. Attack him. He does Mage. The blue ball right there is a magic attack right there. So I'm just gonna pot up. I don't usually do this, but I'll do it just for the video. So as you can see, I'm hitting pretty high. It's actually very good hits right here. I haven't had this because I don't use pots most of the time. And when it gets to half HP, it will summon his little minions. As you can see, there's the multiple spikes right there. If I didn't get out of the way, I'd get dealt half my HP, and the little spikes right there is the one single attack that can be fully avoided with the range attack. Now, his minions are on me, and I'm very not looking forward to that, so the best way to get away from those is, I'll explain what that was in a bit, is get behind this rock right here. And another thing is, when the minions are summoned, this enduring one will not come to you. You have to manually attack it to make it come to you. So when you attack it, it's going to follow you again. So just go over there, and when they're all on you, just go back here and make sure somebody else's Glacor isn't there, because that's powering up and it's going to explode in a bit. So once you're saved, just come over here and protect melee. You're completely fine from them now. Now let me explain what these minions do. The red one is the unstable Glaciate. When his HP bar gets full, it's not his HP bar, it's like his powering up bar. When that gets full, it will explode and deal a third of your damn HP. I think it's a third, but it deals a lot, so you want to get away from him or just trap him behind these. Once it gets full, it will freeze for a second, so that's your time to get away so you don't get damaged. And it's damaging itself too, so don't worry. The next one is the Sapping Glaciate. Every time that hits you, it drains your prayer by 10, so you want to kill that off first as fast as you can. And the last one is the Enduring one. This one has high defense the closer it is to the Glacor. So as you can see, I'm pretty far away from him, so I'm gonna be able to hit him pretty decently. That's the reason I hide behind this rock, so it's very easy. Now, the thing to killing the Glaciate is, the last one you kill, his power goes to the Glacor for the last half of the kill. So that's another thing you want to keep track of. It's very easy. So let me go over that once more. If you kill the Sapping Glaciate last, every time the Glacor hits you, it will drain your prayer. If you kill the Enduring one last, the Glacor will have very high defense, and you cannot run away from it to make the defense less. It will just have pretty high defense for the whole kill. And the last thing is the Unstable Glaciate. If you kill that one last, then the Glacor will randomly explode and damage itself. So if you don't know which one to kill, I hope you can tell by now which one would be the best one. If you have decently common sense, you would have picked the Unstable Glaciate, because if you kill if you kill any of the blue looking ones last, it's bad. If you kill the red one last, it's always good. So at the starting, you want to kill out the Sapping Glaciate first. Obviously, I'm going to use melee because it's the best thing to use. I don't want to be wasting some runes, so it's always good to flash some prayer, helps a lot. Again, if you're going to use a melee familiar, it cannot attack the Enduring or the Glacor. It can only attack the Sapping and the Unstable, so I would say get it on the Sapping first, and then you get on the Enduring. That would be the best thing to do. Now his HP bar went full, so I'm going to run away, just in case it was close to me, and start attacking this one. Oh, Glacor saw me. So come over here a bit more and start attacking this one. If you were to be in the Glacior's path without the rock there, you could not protect melee. You'd have to protect his attack, so that'd be another bad thing, and this is another plus to hiding behind this rock right here. So I'm going to quickly finish off this Enduring one and then move on to the unstable one. Again, kill this one last, because when you kill this one last, the Glacor will get his properties and it will randomly explode and damage itself. It explodes, that's the best time to kill it, because then it has very low HP, or it will start healing back up. Now, the Glacors are dead, and he has the ability of the exploding one, so let's just see his bar is going up right there if you can see it. See if I can get it up. Yep, there it is, and once it gets it, it'll randomly explode. I'm just going to go up there anyways right now. Get your magic ready. Protect this, whichever one you want, and go up. And he's doing magic first. Win. Which is always good. Again, you can flash some soul split just to heal your HP. Really helps. Another thing I want to say is, for most monsters, the damage they deal is determined before they do their attack, but for Glacors, the damage is determined for each their attacks when it hits you. So that's another thing to keep in mind if you're going to flash, because that makes a very big difference for flashing. And that's pretty much it for this guide. I will show you a couple more kills in speed up mode just to see what you can do for certain situations, but that's it for this guide. If you have a question for me, just leave it in the comments. Another question for you guys, because I usually do the little question for you guys at the end, because I love reading comments. So if you watch this video this far and you're looking to comment something you don't know, or I just like reading comments, so I do the question. And the question for this video is, what's your best ever RuneScape drop / loot or whatever? It could be from a clue scroll, a monster drop, maybe a lure, I guess that could work too. So yeah, what's your best loot ever from RuneScape? So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. But right now, you're gonna see some testing kills or some speed up kills just for you guys to watch, so you know how to do them later. Sorry guys, I couldn't stand watching that even to myself, just like me watching the whole kill with no voice. I don't know how to add music anyways. Well, even if I did, I'm like worried about that whole copyright thing, so I'm not gonna bother with that. So I guess I'll just commentate over this clip randomly while I'm eating my food. Oh, let me just put that down. It's gonna make a bunch of noise, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't like eating at the people. Well, like, there's people over there, so I can't be bothered. They're like listening to their TV extremely loud, which is pretty annoying. So I'm just gonna watch myself kill it. So let's see what I'm doing. Let's see. I killed the first Glacite. No, I don't know if it's Glacite or Glacite. LP, Mr. LP, he says Glacite, and I'm used to saying that now. I'm still gonna say Glacor because that sounds a bit easier. So it is going pretty good. I did not manage to get any loot from this. And if you're wondering if I ever got any loots or how many kills I've done hundreds and hundreds of them. I still haven't gotten anything good from it. People say it's good FEG droppers, but of course with my luck I've gotten like one FEG out of the hundreds and hundreds of kills I've done, so it's not the best thing for me. And if you're wondering, I do not have any FEGs in my bank either. That's another thing. The other good drops, well, I guess the only drops people go here for is the 3 boots. I know the steadfast boots, I think they're like 40 mil right now, which is pretty good. These bosses are pretty easy to kill and kind of fun too. Like before, when I started out, I did say this already, but I would die like at least 5 times a trip. I would get annoyed, and my friend Alex would be like, "Oh my god, Chris, why are you still doing this?" I'm just like, it's just really fun to do, and it does waste money, but it's still pretty fun. It's kind of like the new Tormented Demons to me, because both of them are easy to get to, easy to do, but you do need some skills to kill them, because, well, if you don't know how to prayer flash or do prayer switching properly, you can get high amounts of damage dealt to you, and it's pretty annoying. And that's like the only reason I like doing them, because if you're doing bandos, you just have to like protect melee or range and just whack him. It's not too much skills. There's some different tactics required for this type of boss, so that's another reason why I like doing this. It's kind of same with Tormented Demons, even though I have gotten some drops from Tormented Demons, but never from here. Another thing, what else could I talk about? Ooh, I think we're coming to an end. Let's see. Yeah, there's still gonna be like one more kill. Dang it, I can't fast forward. What is going on? Okay. Yeah, I think there's another kill. Yep, there it is. So, I think before I started doing this little clip of me fighting these things, I was like trying to find an empty world, and it took me a while. I think I had to hop like 4 or 5 times. It's pretty easy to find an empty world, but there's going to be like 1 or 2 people at each world, so it's not going to be much of a difference. But if you want a spot at the rock and there's people there, you're gonna have to hop, because I think this is like only the good rock that you can hide behind. The rest are like weirdly shaped rocks or something. So yeah, you're gonna want to hop around a bit. Another thing, I did say you want to have like a book or something. You could use like a Zamrock book. That works fine too if you don't have Arcane or Spectral. But Arcane would be the best shield to use over here. So we're coming to the end. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.